Welcome to today's Explainer. Look, we all know generative AI is a massive leap forward, but let's be honest, so many of us are barely scratching the surface of what tools like Gemini can actually do. Today, we're going to change that. We're going to transform you into an absolute AI power user. We aren't just talking about basic, one-off chats here. We are talking about engineering complex, automated workflows that literally do the heavy lifting for you.
Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room, the biggest friction point in your daily workflow. Are you tired of repetitive typing and getting generic, uninspired AI outputs? If you're starting from a blank screen every single morning, typing out the exact same context, and just crossing your fingers that the AI guesses what you want, well, you're losing valuable time. Generative AI should accelerate your day, right? It shouldn't add to your administrative overhead.
So we're going to treat this explainer like a skill tree, leveling you up step by step. Today we're covering reusing prompts, assigning roles, mastering chaining, storing persistent context, and we'll wrap it all up with an awesome real-world case study on donor communications.
All right, let's jump straight into part 1, reusing your best prompts.
The whole foundation of AI efficiency actually begins with something super simple, saving your best, most frequently used prompts as reusable templates. You can just stash these right in a Google Doc or a Google Sheet. Imagine you're a marketing manager. Instead of rewriting your instructions from scratch every time, you just grab your go-to template. Write a catchy social media post for this platform promoting our new product. You literally just fill in the brackets. Or maybe you're software dev. Your template might be, write Python code to execute this specific task. Use these specific libraries. By standardizing what you put in, you absolutely guarantee consistent outputs coming back, and that dramatically speeds up your day.
Moving right along to step 2, assigning roles to AI.
Now that we're saving our best prompts, it's time to talk about role prompting. This is a brilliant technique used to guide the behavior of large language models by giving them a specific persona. By telling the AI exactly who it's supposed to be, say a sharp business analyst, a help desk hero, or even a Shakespearean actor, you instantly upgrade the response. It precisely influences the style, tone, and focus of whatever it spits out, and you don't even have to write out endlessly complicated paragraph-long instructions to get there.
You can really see the stark contrast here. If you tell the AI to act like a 10-year veteran telecom customer service agent, it's going to naturally adopt this very helpful, patient tone that is just perfect for explaining complex billing policies. But if you take that exact same AI and say, hey, you're a marketing copywriter for a brand new line of athletic wear, the output totally transforms. Suddenly, it's using persuasive, engaging language designed to tap into emotions and highlight performance features. You're basically hiring a different expert for every single task, just by changing one sentence at the very beginning of your prompt.
Okay, let's step it up again. Section 3, Mastering Prompt Chaining.
It is definitely time to break the myth that AI interactions are just one and done. Prompt chaining is an incredibly powerful technique for getting complex, highly nuanced results, and it relies entirely on conversation history. You see, when you're working in a tool like Gemini, each response builds upon the previous one. You do not have to achieve your final, flawless result in a single, massive, over-engineered prompt. Instead, treat it like a real conversation. You set a goal, start the chain with a broad request, and then build the chain by asking follow-up questions in that exact same chat window.
Let's say you're trying to plan a really intricate itinerary. You'd start broad. I need to plan a 5-day business trip to Tokyo. Gemini gives you a baseline outline. Now, because the AI actually remembers the context from your conversation history, you don't need to re-explain the whole trip. You just move to the next link in the chain and say, hey, can you suggest some suitable hotels near the conference center that offer business traveler amenities? Gemini refines the plan. Then you build on it again. Can you also add some day trips to nearby cities? Step by step, you're using that conversation history to carve out a highly sophisticated and perfectly tailored result.
Next up, Section 4, storing your persistent context.
So chaining is great, but what if you have context that literally never changes? Enter saved info. What if you want Gemini to always remember exactly who you are, without you having to build a long chain or paste a template every single time? Guys, this is the ultimate power user move. Saved info is a setting that stores persistent information and context right in the background for all your Gemini interactions. It essentially gives the AI a persistent memory of your professional world.
Imagine you're a sales team leader. Every single week, you need to generate reports. Instead of explaining your metrics from scratch every Friday, you can store your team's sales targets, your specific key performance indicators, and your preferred reporting format right in the saved info settings. Gemini runs this context silently in the background,
So when you open a brand new chat and casually say, "Draft this week's report," Gemini automatically uses the correct data and structures it exactly how you like it. You don't have to re-enter a single instruction. It's like magic.
Finally, Section 5. Let's look at a case study on donor communications.
Let's bring this entire toolkit together and look at how a real organization called Understood.org applied all of this. They are an insights-driven social impact organization supporting the more than 70 million Americans living with learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Because they are so insights-driven, getting access to the absolute latest data and research is completely essential. And they successfully leveraged Google Workspace with Gemini to completely transform their fundraising and outreach workflows.
They reverse-engineered a highly successful process using natural language. First, they prompted Gemini to surface trends, asking things like, "What are the latest trends in fundraising around neurodiversity?" And crucially, asking Gemini to cite its sources. Second, they verified this data and exported it directly into Google Docs to build donor profiles. And third, their partnerships team used these insights to tailor communications. They literally acted in the role of a partnership manager to draft highly personalized, relevant messages to their donors.
The results they saw were absolutely massive. By using these exact prompting techniques, chaining their research, setting specific roles for communication, and grounding their data, Understood.org unlocked some serious, measurable benefits. Their research team now saves around 10 hours per project, and their partnerships team, they're saving around 2 hours every single day. That is real time they get back to focus on building actual human relationships and fulfilling their critical social mission. So from saving your most basic templates to ensure consistency, to assigning specific expert roles, chaining prompts together to leverage conversation history, and setting your persistent context through saved info, you now have the exact skills needed to make AI do the heavy lifting for you. You really understand the mechanics of being a power user now. So I'll leave you with this. Take a hard look at your own daily tasks. Which repetitive, time-consuming workflow are you going to automate tomorrow? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy prompting.